All right, so part two of my Dirty Dozen kicks off with Next of Kin. This book had a great description. I never really heard anybody talk about it except for like in one chat group or something like that. And the person agreed with me. So it wasn't just my opinion. No. Another one that I really never heard anything about, I just kind of like found it on Amazon, is Black Girl Gone. I will say this, the descriptions know how to get you, because both with Next of Kin and with this description, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. It was not, at least not to me. Next up is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I read Beautiful Ugly after reading His and Her and not really liking it, but I wanted to give Alice another try. Turns out, I'm just not a fan. Same goes for Dear Debbie. I read Housemaid, Housemaid is Watching, or Housemaid Secret, whatever the second Housemaid is. I read both of the Housemaids. I read Teacher. And by then I kind of knew I wasn't down with Big Frida, but I read Dear Debbie because it was making the rounds and I was like, let me try one more time. Frida, I think you're wonderful. I'm just not a fan. Here's a double hitter for you. Midnight Train and Life Impossible, or The Life Impossible, both by Matt Haig. I actually like Matt Haig's Midnight Library, so I really had hoped I would like The Midnight Train, which was the second installment in the Midnight World. I've already done a separate review on it, but just know that it made the Dirty Dozen because I was sorely disappointed. I really wanted to like that book, and I stuck with it all the way to the end, and I didn't like it. The Life Impossible, I read that with high hopes again, just trying to keep giving Matt a chance. I no like it. Now, if you're counting, this is going to be a baker's dozen because instead of 12, it's actually 13. Bringing up the rear is Paper Doll Lena. This book appeared on my Readers Beware list because I believe it needed a trigger warning. It was very much about domestic violence, despite the fact that the description says nothing about it, and I understand why, but it had a heavy domestic violence overtone as far as I'm concerned, and I just didn't like the book. It's not because of that, but that wasn't not a factor, if you will. Despite my not liking the books, I'm glad I finished them because this way I have full knowledge of what I read and what I didn't like. The only one on this list that I didn't finish was Wedding People, which appeared in part one. I just absolutely could not get with it. The other ones, some of them were hate reads, and some of them I just really wanted to finish. And some I skipped to the end just to see what the ending was. Again, just because I didn't like it doesn't mean you won't like it. So that's why I'm letting you know about it so you can read and make your own decision.